never put me thumb in the hole.
Okay, there you go. Something else we've learned about Luke.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Deep Drop. This is a fishing podcast. If you're new here, great to see you. Great to have you on board. My name's Luke McCredden. This over here is Adam Ring. Winter's here, the hoodie's on. I've got just a cheeky little glass of red because that's what you do in winter. But it's we're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it, and it's exciting. Why, you ask? It's cold. It's freezing. It's exciting because this is the best time to think about fishing. to get stuck into everything from your rigs to getting your boat prepped and ready to go because it's not far away and we'll be stuck. Yeah, we're not. And there is plenty to do. We sometimes get a bit, funny about the. But we'll bloody talk about it. Hey, good to be back. We obviously had a week off. You've been crook as a dog, my friend. It's great to hear your voice sounding somewhat better, albeit several coughing fits are bound to happen throughout the course of the show.
Guaranteed. I apologise to everybody if you hear me choking on something. It's either trying to hold in a cough or I've got a constant soother on rinse and repeat.
No,
because if my throat is not lubed at all times, there's going to be some very bad coughing going on, and I really don't want that.
That's okay. That is okay. We can deal with that. I tell you what, we nearly sort of called an end to the deep drop last week, Ads. I don't know if you're aware because we haven't really spent much time catching up. But since I've been back in Melbourne, but I flew back up north and flew to Darwin Sunday night, and then jumped on the little Cessna on Monday morning and headed out to Bathurst Island, of which we landed, and then the pilot goes, in a panic, "We've got to go." Now, Ads, if you're in a little tin can that needs several starts and the choke pulled a few times to really get the propellers running,
that's on a good day.
You don't want to hear, "Hey, we've got to get out of here." And we went, "Yeah, righto, mate. Yeah, all good." And he goes, "No. Stay where you are. I'm turning around. We're taking off again."
So you literally landed in your final destination for the trip, and they're like, "No, we're out.
We're out of here." We hit the red dirt of Bathurst Island, and they said it's time to go. We went, what? As you may or may not be aware, there was a fair bit of coverage on the earthquake that hit the Philippines, which was an 8.0. It might have been an 8.
A good
on
one.
The Richter, a proper one.
Yeah, good one.
And
they make movies about 8s.
And not taking the piss because there was a lot of destruction and damage in the Philippines. So hopefully, any community members that are, have some relatives over there or something, hopefully all is well. But because of that, there was a tsunami warning that went out to a fair chunk of, and look, we're not overly close to the Philippines here or even at the northern part of Australia, but close enough that the warnings go out. And so our pilot goes, "Well, that's enough for me," because, Adam, I'm not sure if you're aware of Tiwi Islands, there is no elevation. So if there was a tsunami, it would be gone in minutes. So anyway, off we went. I thought, well, shit, that's that. Got back to Darwin, and the only thing being discussed on the way back in the plane was which pub we go to from here because we had no idea what we were going to do. And then it's about a 30-minute flight. But by the time we got back to Darwin itself, the warnings had been downgraded and then subsequently within the hour cancelled. And we got back on the plane after said beers and went back. So it was all good in the end. But there was a moment there where you just go, shit, okay.
I wonder what the fishing would be like on the tsunami change.
Do you know, and look, this is maybe wrong of me, but I'm gonna put the hand up and admit this because we're a safe space here on the Deep Drop.
We are.
When I heard we were going back, but there was obviously some, murmurings of tsunami, I went, does that bring the fish on? What will the barra do? Big tide?
Yeah, I was going to say it's a big tide. It's going to be a mad runoff.
Yeah. Yeah. No, so there was no effect. There was no swell that rolled through or anything like that was enough for us to notice anyway. And on we went. But yeah, it was I can't remember. I don't think I've ever been involved in any sort of tsunami situation. So
No, that's a new one.
Don't particularly want to. I'm glad it was just a warning and then, like I said, subsequently cancelled. But that was an experience. So anyway, here we are.
Yeah, it's one for the bucket list.
Yeah. As I said, good to see you up and about and great to have everyone on board again for another episode. And if you're new, welcome. And hopefully it ticks your boxes. Hopefully the deep drop is exactly what you needed in this, what are we now? Mid-June, really getting stuck into winter now wherever you are around the country. But if you've been around for a while, great to have you back. This is the time to settle in and really enjoy the deep drop,
It's time.
Grab yourself a hoodie, whack a hoodie. The hoodie doesn't come off this time of year, does it?
Nah.
When you're from, and I know we've got friends in WA and listeners in WA, community members in WA, Queensland, even up in the Territory, who would scoff at the idea of us permanently wearing hoodie and thick layers of clothing ads, but there's no other choice. That's what we do. And you'd think you'd get used to it, but we don't. It's still freezing.
No, we don't. But it's kind of one thing I will say. How comfortable is a good hoodie and a pair of trackies? You know what I mean? Just as a nice,
Yeah.
like it's cold, but you can sit down comfortably in a
100%.
pair of trackies and a hoodie.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to be.
Are you a mocco sort of a guy? Are you a bit of a a slipper arrangement?
Not those old school ones
No.
with the fluffy beards around the back.
Oh no.
Mine are like a boot.
Like an UGG?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sort of like a mid, not one of, not like the big stripper boots, the ones that come up under your knees. Mine are just a ankle high arrangement.
I wouldn't mind seeing you in big stripper boots. Do you know what? I can't do it. My feet get scorching hot. I've got a problem. I think it's a problem. I get really hot feet.
I wear mine with socks.
That's ridiculous.
My feet are always cold, and I hate it, and I hate having cold feet.
We can't be friends. No, I get it. And I will often be found in winter, where it might be a cold house or whatever. I've got hoodie, trackies, and no socks, nothing, bare feet.
Bare feet?
Yeah.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of being hooded up?
Maybe. It's a regulation thing, I'm saying. Maybe it's an irregulation thing. I don't know.
So if it works like that, could you wear slippers and no hoodie, just a shirt? Or shorts and slippers?
I wear shorts probably more than tracky pants, even in winter.
Yeah, no, it's not me. I'm trackies all the way.
But hoodies, always.
Yeah, love a good hoodie.
So I'm just like top cold. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. Okay, this is a pretty good talking point because I think it is. No, because I think I could quite easily rock a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm top cold, but I'm extremity cold.
Are you?
Feet, toes.
Head. Like, are you a beanie wearer?
No, I'm not. The beanie freaks me out.
Yeah, right.
I don't like. Yeah, it's a sensory issue for me. I don't like the feel of it. It scratches my ears. I get an itchy head. So I'm a cap guy.
Yeah, I can only wear a beanie for a short amount of time before it just does my head in.
Yeah,
pardon the pun.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, we've learned a lot about each other tonight.
We have. See, this is the type of space that the Deep Drop offers. We're always sharing. There's tiny bit of judgment, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah,
it's more banter than judgment.
Well, if you want to show off your winter attire, please feel free to do so. You can get in touch with us, and maybe we'll rock our winter kits for the next few weeks for sure. So maybe we'll share some what we're wearing. But tell you what, this hoodie, right? This is actually, speaking of hoodies, this is the latest in my collection. It's the pelagic hoodie ads on. I know you've got actually.
I need to come and get them.
You've got one sitting right here, and if you don't get it soon, I'm going to start wearing it.
No, I think I'm going to have to come out. Is that a full zip or a little three-quarter zips are in at the moment?
Well, yeah, they are, but I am...
quarter zip, I mean, not three-quarter. That'd be silly.
Yeah, that's weird. I've always enjoyed a full zip hoodie, and this is exactly it.
Yeah,
and
nice.
It's like a thick hood.
Oh.
Yeah, which keeps my neck warm. Oh, mate, this is it, this one right here.
Okay.
If you're interested.
I don't think I went a full zip.
No.
I think I just went standard hood.
Yeah, which is fine.
That's okay.
I'm going to show this one off on the socials if you want to check it out because it's a belter.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
You know, because I think if you get a good hoodie, you've got to appreciate it.
Oh, of course
Do you know what I mean?
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The weight
of course
feels
you do.
right. Lots of people are into this.
Oh,
So
okay.
obviously, for people listening,
What are your thoughts?
I've never been a thumbhole guy. Mm-hmm. This one works for me.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
it's not pulling down to my hand, making it weird.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's impeding too much of
not.
the hand either. You're still fully functional.
I'm going to do the rest of the podcast with my thumbs in the holes.
There you go.
Yep.
What an endorsement for Thumbholes. I can't say I've ever
Me either.
used. Yeah, because you're right. It pulls down on the shoulders and
Feels
it doesn't feel like
weird.
the arms are long enough.
Not
Yep.
this.
Okay.
So thumbholes, discuss. Are you a thumbhole person? That's the question we're asking the community this week. How do you feel
Yeah.
about? I'm just going to put a
Thumbholes in
picture
your
of
hoodie.
this on
Yep.
on the socials.
That's right. How do you feel about thumbholes in your hoodie?
Yeah, great question. It's a great question.
It is a great question. It's something I've never thought about until just now.
Categorically can tell you up until this hoodie, I've never been a thumbhole guy.
Interesting.
I've never put my thumb in the hole.
Okay, there you go. Something else we've learned about it tonight.
Oh, let's move on. The socials we talk about, of course, if you want to get involved and check out all the stupid shit that we've been doing and talking about, like thumbholes, is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and, of course, YouTube and Spotify. Yes, Spotify is the audio platform and one of the audio platforms that you can listen to the Deep Drop, but you can also drop comments straight on it. Give it a follow for starters, and then drop your comments on the episode that you're listening to, just literally while you're listening.
Could be easier than Instagram, I'd say.
It could be. And you could literally, right now, because you're listening right now, drop your thumbhole comment. Where are
do
you
it.
at with it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Love it.
And of course, Adam, the website, I forgot what the
Just figured
website
our own
was for a minute. Yeah, the Deep Drop, the deepdrop.au. We've teased it for a while. And look, I'm going to be real. Still a few weeks before there's going to be some new exciting stuff on there. But now's the time. We'll call it out. Now's the time. Check it out. Worth a look. And then just maybe save it in your favourites on your phone or your desktop or whatever it is, the deepdrop.au. All the episodes are there, all the bits and pieces, little bits and pieces of merch, and there will be something hitting that website real bloody soon. Limited run of said thing.
Yep.
So don't muck around. I don't know whether that was a good tease or a bad tease. I'm not used to this sort of stuff. So
Yeah, it's okay.
Anyway, look at this. I feel so comfortable and warm with me thumb
Yeah, it must be all right. You're still rocking it.
Yeah. Oh, no, full
Moving
episode.
freely?
I'll forget it. Look at that. It
Look at
even
that.
sort of serves as a stubby holder type arrangement. All right. I've got a really I was going to say targeted question. This isn't targeted at you or for you. The reason I say that is I want to talk to you tonight about bream, and I think you're way more versed in bream than I am. But I don't want to talk about catching bream or how to catch bream.
Yep.
It's not where I'm going tonight. I've got a question for you, and it's somewhat it boggles me and bothers me at the same time, only because I don't understand it. When it comes to bream and bream anglers, there's a weird sort of dislike by some people towards bream anglers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's a weird like a bream wanker. He's a bloody like bream. What a loser! I don't get it. But do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not making this up,
100% I
right?
do.
This is the thing.
No, it's an actual thing.
It's an actual thing. And I was thinking about, I guess if you're not sure what I mean, I likened it to the dislike and hatred that gets cast Nickleback's way.
Talk to me.
So Nickleback, one of the biggest bands of the, 2000s?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah, they were big. Yeah, they were. 100% they were.
Yet we all, collectively, at some point have gone, fucking hate Nickleback.
Yeah.
But you also don't really know why. You can't put your finger on why. But it's okay because you just join the fraternity of people that fucking hate Nickleback. But then Nickelback song comes on.
You're singing every word.
It's a good tune. Selling arenas out, no problem. Selling the piss out of albums. Yet there's this like weird energy toward them that they're just sort of, you just got to dislike them.
And if you like them, you've got to keep it quiet.
Yeah, unless someone in the same room goes, fucking, they've got some belters. You go, fuck yeah, they do. It's like,
It's about time you brought this up.
yes. I feel like that's the kind of vibe with this weird thing with brim fishermen.
Okay, so brim fishos are like Nickleback.
Yeah, that's what I'm
music.
saying.
Yeah, okay. You're right. You're 100% right. It's a weird thing. Would you say out of the fishing minorities that cop a bit of heat, let's list them.
Fly.
You got the brim wankers, the fly wankers, which have got plenty of airtime on this podcast.
Yeah.
Probably up and coming in Victoria, probably the cod wankers. They're
Really?
Yeah,
Is that
I
a
think
thing?
Yeah.
By the way, this isn't you saying you think they're wankers.
No,
this
is not my opinion. This
is the label that's been thrown
absolute
around.
fact that's been going on. So we got brim wankers, fly wankers are probably the OGs.
Yeah. Yep.
Then you got so fly, brim wankers, cod wankers are coming. Do you think game fishermen are wankers?
That I don't reckon game fishermen get a label.
Yeah, I don't think they do either.
No, I think because of the form of fishing, it's kind of like...
Are they most likely just to hit you if you give them shit?
Yeah, they're tough. Yeah, no,
They'll just gaff you.
Yeah, they'll sink a gaff into you. I haven't heard too much else. Like, I think it's... Yeah, the wand wavers, the brim wankers.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the perch mafia for a while.
Perch mafia, yes.
That was a group.
The perch mafia. But it's weird, though, because they weren't really seen as being... The perch mafia is weird, because they were the ones dishing it out to everyone that wanted to fish for perch, whereas the brim and fly guys are copying it from everybody.
Yeah. Even though they're promoting it.
Yeah.
So it's like a complete flip on the perch mafia. Perch mafia were kind of a cult.
Yeah, seriously.
Because you know what else? You know what else? It was culty enough that it came and went without anyone realizing. Like the perch, I don't think there is a perch mafia anymore.
Well, it's kind of like, you've ever seen V for Vendetta?
Yeah.
They kind of work in silence. You don't know the perch mafia exists unless they've knocked on your door.
Yeah.
You only know they exist if you've been targeted by the perch mafia.
Yeah.
They'll slide into DMs. They'll remind you, hey. Shh.
Yeah. They just do enough to know to make you know they're there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
But you never know. It's like a bit like they're like a phantom. You don't know who they are.
Correct. It's a it's.
And was their biggest weapon? You know, when we talk about sort of gangs and stuff, your guns or your sort of, was their biggest weapon a keyboard for
100%. Yeah, they loved a DM. Loved a cheeky DM.
But anyway,
so perch mafia were kind of around but different. I think the cod wankers are in there.
But
they're in there.
See,
they're coming.
That's a weird one. Yeah, because I yeah. But one of the reasons I find the brim thing really fascinating and weird is it's such a big part of recreational fishing in Australia. And I say Australia, like from the west to the west coast to east coast of the country, and down obviously Tassie and up as far as northern New South Wales. They're a huge part, an integral part of our industry that we're in. So there's two things: industry, but also just recreational fishing. I think everyone has probably targeted a brim in their early days of fishing. As one of those species that's a beginner type species, all the way through to tournament species, literally tournament species. So I find it strange that there's this like shade thrown on it.
I think I've got a couple of theories.
I'd love to hear it.
A couple of theories on why I think this is. You kind of touched on a little bit there with, think about brim, one of the most popular species of all time. You could probably go through and have a look at any demographic of fisho, and they've all brim fished at some point. And I think that's half the problem.
Right.
I think where a lot of the shade gets thrown is, typically speaking, bream aren't classed as that hard to catch.
Right.
So, have a think about bream. Have a think of, what do you think of when someone says bream fishing, apart from bream wankers? What do you think of?
For the actual fishing.
Yeah, like who fishes for them? Where do they sit in the landscape?
Everyone fishes for. Like I think of everyone, whether it be sitting on the bank soaking a bait, or chucking some plackies around off the back of a tinny.
Okay, this is interesting. Because I think of it as bait. Talk to any old school dude that's been fishing for as long as you and I have been breathing.
Yeah.
Their stories on bream are littered from trips to Gippsland Lakes or Bem River or Marlow, any of these places, Malakuta. They'd go and fill 15 ice boxes of bream, and it wasn't hard. They'd just get a bit of local prawn, little bit of local sandworm. And the only thing that they had to worry about that day was if the fish was going to be legal or if they were going to get a good one. You'd catch a heap of key rings, but you'd catch them, and you'd just pile drive bream all day. Didn't matter any day. They just seemed to be a fish that you just go and load up on.
Yeah.
Then the lure thing took off. And all of a sudden, the easiest fish in the world to catch was started being promoted as the hardest fish to catch.
Yeah.
I think maybe this is where this starts.
Okay.
We took something
that's interesting
that was incredibly easy or perceived as easy, or a species that was easy to catch, super accessible for everybody. And not only was it hit another gear because we made it harder to get them, but we tried to justify that if you can catch the easiest species in the world on lures, you were the best fisho ever.
Okay. So we almost did that to ourselves. And when I say we, I mean us, the recreational angler.
Yeah.
Have almost given ourselves a bit of a knob label.
Because do you think, in general, would you say that bream are hard to catch on lures?
Nah.
Me either.
Nah. But then,
and I don't even mean that as a wanker. I mean as in, if you wanted to get into catching fish on lures,
great species to start on.
Correct. Or you'd caught a few pelagics that'll eat everything. You've caught a few sambos, or you've picked up a flatty or two. If you want to start to really getting into it, bream's the perfect species.
It's a great one.
They're going to eat them.
Yeah. Like everything, though, you can make it as hard as for yourself as anything. And this is where I think it's interesting with bream, because I know that you could make it harder by just fishing 2 pound, or we've spoken about before. Like if you just put away the soft plastics for a while and just fish hards, that adds a layer for those that aren't necessarily really dialed in on hard bodies. Like you and I, we've spoken about that. We feel way more comfortable with soft plastics, but. So I was just thinking then when you said that about they've traditionally been one of the easiest species to catch on bait, and then we made it harder by going to lures. So with that in mind, do you think flathead's the next species to become flathead wankers?
I do.
Because
I do.
Let's be real, they are arguably the easiest fish to catch on bait. If they're, you know what I mean? They were the bycatch for snapper, agree. They were the bycatch for bream, bycatch for. All of a sudden now, they're not bycatch at all. They are solely targeted, and I know we're talking probably a few different species of flathead here, but it's, mate, I'm pumped now if I come across some flatties when I'm whether it's chucking lures around for whiting or whatever. Yeah. Flathead's a welcome addition to that.
Well, it's breeding its own competition scene too.
That's the other thing. Yeah,
that's growing bigger and bigger. Whereas the bream competition scene has probably. It's probably peaked and then died off a bit, and I would say it's on its way back up in a big way at the moment. Whereas flathead seems to be building big. So
then we're talking about species that were, and we're not saying this factually, we're saying a somewhat sort of an easy species to come across if you're chucking some baits around in the right areas of right rivers and systems and whatever, but became harder and more sought after on when lures came into the equation.
But what? Why?
But what changed in the mentality of the angler or the perceived mentality of?
I think the biggest reason I think is probably because as the competition thing took off, as soon as there's competition, we've spoken about it before, 1%ers come into play. Now, bream wasn't a species where 1%ers mattered. You put on a bit of local worm or a prawn or shrimp, whatever, and you caught bream. You just waited for him to swim past and eat it. But as the competition and it starts getting big and you're fishing, you don't get an option. You can't go and fish on the best days. You got to fish on competition days.
Yeah.
And that's when the whole you got to go down to 2 pound. All the wank shit come about when that's really only needed, in my opinion, in the competition side of angling for this species.
Well, because the competition element to anything, any sport, brings out the best and worst in people. Do you know what I mean? It brings out the 1%ers who just dial in and go all in and just commit themselves to it, and which is really impressive. Also brings out this "I'm better than you" type mentality 100%. In some people. So maybe you might be spot on. Maybe it's that.
But it's weird though. Then how come game fishos aren't wankers? Because the game thing, they're not talking about just a fishing comp. They're talking about world records. They're talking about
maybe that's
IGFA
why. But maybe that's why. Because we're not talking about doing something, and again, we're not saying it's easy, but we're not. Bream on lures is still something that anyone could do. As in, even off the bank, walking a bank, you can't go and catch 1,000-pound marlin.
Yeah, you're right.
As a punter walking the Cairns break wall.
Yeah.
And if you do, I mean,
hell yeah, you've clocked it.
You've clocked fishing.
Yeah.
Maybe there's that, because you're also talking about, again, there's so many different variables. You can go do the bream thing in a tinny that you literally could throw on the roof of your car and away you go, or you're out in a $7 million game boat.
Yeah. It's a different level of wank, really.
It's not a world of wank that we play in, Adam. And,
correct.
But I just find it really interesting for many reasons too. Is that like I said at the start, very big part of the recreational industry, very very big part of the tackle industry in Australia is bream.
Yeah.
You think about, if you could just think about individual products, not necessarily designed for bream, because a lot of them are, already sort of global products or whatever, but that fit the bream mold. Everything's small when it comes to soft plastics. Hard body ranges that in the thousands when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's a huge market.
This is where I get stumped with this shit a little bit. And my living is this space.
Yeah.
So, and same with yours. So I would love to sit, and this is probably why I even say it, but how can one species and catching them a certain way drive so much disdain? I've seen people on social media catch them and mock themselves for catching a bream. Yet they were still happy to post a photo about it, by the way.
Yeah.
But
so there can't be that much.
I don't understand, because
catching a bream.
If you were to build a species from scratch, right? One that you could catch in numerous methods. You didn't have to travel all over the globe to try and catch.
Yep.
They're everywhere. You can do something as simple as cutting your teeth on them as a junior burger, tying bait rigs and fishing bait for them. You can then evolve on the same species to casting vibes and say easier working lures. You can upgrade your finesse game with a soft plastic and get that honed down on a fish that will eat them. will reward you for effort and often enough to keep you getting better.
Yeah.
You can catch them on top water. You can catch them on hards. Why are they not the most celebrated fish in this industry? Why is it something that is still not driving? Like, remember when bream fishing, when we were in the tackle shop, was massive? Like, it was enormous.
But this is my argument. It still is 100%.
Do you think to those levels, though, as 10 years ago, 15 years ago?
Well, I don't know to what level, but it is still the one that if you talk to someone who, and this is literally happened to me this morning, someone that from the office who is into fishing a bit, enjoys it, going out with mates, having a few beers, and bream is their thing. They go down to Gippsland Lakes and have a bit of fun, and they typically use bait and but they catch the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And they love it.
Yeah.
And there's never a discussion around another species.
Okay, I think it's just the light bulb's gone off.
I saw it.
I think I know what it is.
It was visual.
Yeah. I think I've got the answer to this whole subject.
What is it?
As it got popular in the lure scene, and we wanked it to a point where we're fishing 2 pounds straight through.
Yeah.
I think the issue is those people felt the need to tell everybody how good they were at it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They the upper echelon of that scene, when it was as big as what it was like, I'm in a league of my own because I can catch bream on anything in a tournament scene. Do you think that's it?
Yeah, yes, and I like this. Okay, we're right. I think we're in the right direction here. But to add to it, so there's that. There was the telling of everyone how good you were. What made it wanky was people went, yeah, but it's bream.
Yeah.
So if you had that tell everyone how good I am attitude, and it was kingfish, marlin, mulloway, barra, as an example, it's like, oh yeah, fuck, all right, righto, whatever. But it's like, but it's bream, mate. Like, why are you bragging about?
So is this a cultural Australian issue? Because one thing we're very good at, as soon as something gets really popular, we're like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because what if that scene took the other fork in the road, and in Australia, bream became what large and smallmouth bass are in the States?
Well, I wonder whether there's a movement in the States that is very much anti bass fishos or bass wankers for that reason. Because
Maybe.
As you know, I'm basically a tournament bass angler now.
Correct.
Because I've caught one.
You have. You're right.
If I've come over there with zero fucking idea, cast a chatterbait and caught one, perhaps they are in that same conversation as something that is very catchable.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of thinking then, how good am I can catch a bass? Would there be a group of people going, yeah, but it's bass? Come to me when it's a rooster.
Yeah, that's right. Or
it's largemouth.
bass.
Come to me when it's peacock.
Yeah,
Or do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I just had a thought. Can I sidetrack a little bit? Because I just want to go back to it while it's fresh in my mind. The interesting thing about tournament fishing for bream, is going way back to one of your early points around that they're arguably one of the easier fish to target and catch, which is cool. I wonder why that's the tournament's species. Tournament anglers, you should argue, or you could argue, should be 1%ers or very close to. So why aren't the tournaments around the real hard fish?
No. Well, okay. This is a belter of a lane, I think, because if you can be the best at catching a fish that everybody can catch, you're now a god amongst men.
Are you though? But
you are, because if you're in the, say, let's just use the tournament scene as the pinnacle, because tournament fishing for bream was massive in Australia for a little bit. They made DVDs on these anglers, dude.
Yeah.
They did. Like, they
I
just
know.
did.
Yeah.
And I want that day back for
Yeah.
all the tournament species. I think it's
What,
I think
DVDs?
it's so freaking cool. Bring them back. Fuck yeah.
Let's
Mate, I'll
get
go
a
VHS. Fuck it. I want to tape over a bream tournament by accident because I bloody put the wrong tape in and recorded a bass tournament.
Because Baywatch was on and Pamela Anderson. Yeah. Anyway.
Because, okay, so what would you rather be able to tell everyone that you can do? Catch something and be the best at a species that no one even bothers trying to catch? Or you can be the tits of the species that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I've got a pretty clear view on this, and let's put species to name the species. Like, what am I even trying to say? Let's put a species in the conversation. So let's talk Mulloway.
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying that you would rather be known for being a goat at catching bream more than if you were known as Adam Ring? Fuck me. No one can catch Mulloway like that motherfucker.
Yeah, but Mulloway's it's not a fair comparison. Mulloway's the ghost of the estuaries.
But this is what I'm saying. So why isn't the tournament around that? Because that would bring out the absolute fucking... If you can win a tournament chasing Mulloway...
Because you could fish a 3-day Mulloway tournament and one fish might get caught.
That's it.
But no one would watch it because most of it would be boring as fuck.
But no one watches it now, let's be real. Like, I'm not trying to throw shade on the ABT. It's not rivaling... we're not getting James Brayshaw wanting to commentate it, let's be real. What I'm saying...
Why not?
What I'm saying is... And look, maybe it's an addition. Maybe I'm not saying replace the bream tournaments. But I'm like, what would a tournament look like targeting, and Mulloway is just one that comes to mind because, they're not impossible.
But you only qualify for Mulloway tournaments if you win a bream tournament.
Maybe that's it. And maybe that's it.
Or we could... Listen, this is what's going to happen. We need to throw to a little ad break.
You need a breather. We need to calm down.
I'm going to take this bad boy down a path that I never thought it was going to go down. And I'm so freaking excited about it.
Let's pull over. You jump in the driver's seat and fucking just see where it takes us.
I need a swig of water and a Strepsil, and I'm back.
Looking for your next fishing weapon? Bar Crusher is Australia's #1 fishing boat builder, leading the industry in design, excellence and quality. For the most advanced plate aluminium fishing boats, or to build your dream boat online, visit barcrusher.com.au. Pelagic high-performance offshore gear is built for fishing, offering the best in technical apparel, premium polarised optics, and ocean-inspired accessories. Using the latest fabrics and feedback from top anglers around the world, Pelagic products deliver comfort, style, and sun protection for those long days on the water. Visit au.pelagicgear.com to see the full range.
There's probably a few more things, Luke, and thoughts that I've got to say on this whole arrangement you've brought to the table.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I've upset you.
No, you haven't. No, not at all. No, not at all. But I think it's
the emotion levels in you are as high as I've seen them for a long time.
Because
it might be the cold and flu tablets talking. I don't know, but
right, you've cast and I'm hooked. But so this is where I want to go.
Let's do it.
I want to build now what the ultimate Australian fishing tournament looks like. Now, what I mean by that, by you trying to compare, would you rather be the king of Mulloway or the king of bream? I think it's a pyramid. I think it's a stepping stone. I think this is the NBA playoff bracket.
Oh, so timely.
Yes. Shout out to the Knicks.
Shout out New York.
Shout out to the Knicks. Hell yeah, baby.
We can't leave.
You just riot and loot the joint for as long as you want. You've waited a long time.
Yeah, love the street parties. Yeah, rock and roll. Well done, New York Knicks and the New York City. Anyway.
Just get amongst it.
Yeah.
I think we need to create a new system here for the tournament scene. I think the tournament scene should be based around not specifically your level of expertise in one species. I think you should be acquiring points in a pyramid shape leading up to a pinnacle species.
Okay.
So we start with X anglers with the next few species.
Yep.
We move up the pyramid till you've got 2 anglers left, and they're in a one-on-one shootout Mulloway tournament for Angler of the Year.
Okay. And listen, is Mulloway that pinnacle? I don't know. We that was just the example. I mean, it's probably...
I think so. Because I think you'd have to split it. We'd have to have inshore, offshore.
Okay.
So we can work... I'm going to write this down.
Let's workshop it. Oh, shit. You're writing stuff. See, this is what I mean. You're fucking on tonight.
Fucking on.
This is crazy.
Let's park the offshore bracket.
Okay.
And I want to revisit it in a later episode, and we will build out what the offshore tournament scene will look like. So the offshore bracket, we'll park it. So let's work on the estuary bracket.
Okay.
What three should we? Let's start with 3 species. Listen, we're doing this on the fly, listeners.
Yeah. This is our...
So community, bear with me.
Yeah.
We'll recap at the end potentially if we don't confuse the piss out of ourselves too much.
Yeah.
What species would you start with where the most anglers would compete to go through to the next species?
Is it bream?
Is it bream?
I think it's bream.
I can't think of another species.
Because here's why I reckon it's bream. I reckon if you fail in the bream leg, then you're the weeds that need to be pulled.
Would flathead not be?
It'd be one of the two.
Easier?
Yeah, it'd be one of the two. Yeah. Yeah. So the baseline would be okay. The baseline I think is either bream or flathead. And we're talking estuary, we're talking inshore estuary stuff, right? So this covers most of the southern part of the country, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think...
I'd lean towards flatty as the first round.
Would you? Okay. All right. Okay. This is one of the only podcasts, by the way, if you're new here, that you'll ever hear that live workshop things, in show.
Yeah, so bear with us. So round 1 would be flathead.
Yeah, round 1 flathead.
So how do we work it? You've got your most amount of anglers would be... So everyone's in round 1?
Yeah, so it's like the first round
anglers.
of the Australian Open golf, for example, a PGA golf tour. The round 1 weeds out the,
Yeah. So where do we... Yeah, that's probably... I don't need to go that full on.
No, we don't need to go full on.
So round 2 would be bream.
So, and to paint the picture, there might be 200 anglers, right? And I'm just making it up. There might be 200 anglers, and if you don't make the cut...
you don't advance to the next
advance to the next level. So the next group might be 100, 150, whatever.
Yeah, correct.
So that's just what I mean. It's you sort of... You don't make it through the first round, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So the next
if you were moving up from flathead, next would be bream?
Yeah, I think...
Can I throw some other species to take into consideration?
Please, yeah.
Trout?
I think bream...
Should trout be included?
Can I just ask a question before we go too deep in this? Are we basing this on... Because we spoke about it just pre-break, I think it was. I don't know. It feels like a long time ago. It's only a few minutes ago. Are we basing this on what the most prestigious as an angler is to take home?
Kind of.
Or is it more just... or is it challenging fishery? Or is it like...
Yes, I think so. I think it needs to be... The species needs to be incrementally harder to catch. Now, some people are going to be more versed in different species. That's okay. It's home court advantage.
Could we
Because if you're a yellow belly guru, and you can't get past a flathead round, well, stiff shit. You don't get a chance to shine.
See, I think there's almost a third leg in this, and that's fresh. Not leg, third tournament.
Third tournament.
Yeah, you're talking offshore and then estuary. I think fresh is almost its own thing.
Yeah,
I think it's
writing
write it down. And I think the baseline maybe for that is trout.
Carp.
Not easy to catch though.
No, but
Shit.
you can catch them.
Yeah, and if you can't get past the carp, right, just stop fishing.
Okay. So this is a three-part series.
This is a three-parter.
Okay.
Fucking hell. Okay.
So
This is a trick.
so flathead 1, bream 2.
I know it's not traditionally estuary, even though they can be found in estuary systems, but can we throw snapper in there? I don't want to put it in the offshore sort of leg, but
Yeah, where would snapper fit?
well, it's an inshore. This is why I think maybe it's an inshore / estuary tournament. This one.
Okay, I love this because now I don't think flathead's the opening round.
Well, what do you think is snapper?
Calamari.
Oh shit. Okay. Nah, we need well, fuck. Now
Nah, because I reckon.
we need a bay round.
No, you reckon?
Well, calamari, King George whiting. Up further north.
But you're not going to run around and catching King George because I could argue.
Surely you're not running around of calamari.
Well, I could argue.
Or is that the
King
base?
George, yes, because I could argue King George whiting if it's only a lure comp. King George whiting could be up the top somewhere.
Could be up there. Yeah. All right. Well, if we're going inshore and estuary, I think squid's the base round. If you can't,
Are you happy to combine inshore and
yeah,
estuary?
let's do it.
Because all the bass boats and shit can still do the back.
Yeah, fucking whatever. What? We're overthinking the fuck out of it. And this, what actually
this is
are we
why we
doing?
should never do shit
No.
on the fly.
No, but we also, it's so on brand, so we absolutely should. All right,
Let's go calamari 1, flathead 2.
brims.
But see, the problem with flathead, because you can mix the species. Because why the fuck would you hammer away in the bay for a 45 centimeter sand flathead when you can go to Gippy and catch 80s? You know what I mean? You're not going to fuck around.
No, you're not. No one's
Because
going
we're going.
No one's going to
reckon?
fish.
We still go by the 5 fish bag for the win. Yeah, heaviest
Yeah,
bag.
yeah. I'd be surprised if fuck though, you could get some pretty heavy sort of blue spotting tigers.
Or do we go length of bag?
I mean,
Everyone appreciates a long bag.
I was going to say, who measures their bag? I don't know. Fuck. All right, we'll work out that detail later. Let's get to the pyramid built.
Calamari, flathead,
Bream, snapper, lures. Remember,
Yep.
the snapper lure fishery will weed out the. What is it?
Do we put perch in there? Do we give EPs a shout?
We'll have to check in with the mafia.
Oh yeah, we've got to put in a written permission for
We
that.
don't know where to send it because their address is always hidden.
Let's leave out the EPs.
Yeah.
Calamari, flathead, bream, snapper. Seems a bit
Basic,
seems
bitch.
a bit seems a bit shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems a bit shit having King George whiting up near the pinnacle. Listen, maybe we need to workshop this a little bit more in private.
No. This is good. Let's keep rolling. All right. Because all right, let's work this in reverse. Let's go from the top.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
there's a species I want to throw in there, and yes, you could argue that it's fresh, but we all know that it's brackish, is fresh, brackish, whatever you want to call it. Aussie bass. Where do they sit? Or is that in the fresh bracket? Because I was just thinking,
probably in the fresh.
yeah. Well, is that? I mean, where does that sit in the fresh?
Probably
pinnacle?
in the freshwater bracket,
pyramid.
but you don't have to fish fresh water.
Yeah, okay.
They're just on that side of the bracket.
Because I was just thinking about, is that the well, like, what's the pinnacle of fresh? Is it cod, or is it bass? We've got some workshopping to do, but what I want to do now, though, while we're doing this, and this maybe is our workshop, I want to put it to you. If you were the greatest at a particular species in each of these groups that we've just spoken about, right? Offshore, fresh, and inshore estuary.
Yeah.
What species is it for you? So let's start with estuary / inshore.
I think what's the pinnacle?
For you, what
For
would
me.
you like? What would you want to be known as the greatest at? If it was, like, if you were the greatest at one of those,
Yeah, but
Adam Ring,
Yeah, but-
fucking, he's the best at Mulloway. He's the best there
yeah.
is.
So yeah, but you've also got to be decent enough at the rest to get to the Mulloway round.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I want to know what you want to be. I want to know what, just regardless of all of that.
Do you know what's... I'm staring at it.
Because it doesn't have to be Mulloway.
I'd love to be known as the snapper guy.
Would you?
Yeah. The guy that can just catch snapper on lures whenever he wants.
Whenever you want.
Wherever he wants.
You
Whatever
know.
day it is. Doesn't matter. He's going to catch snapper on lures.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Because that
For some
also...
reason, the snapper one speaks to me.
And snapper's such a... Does that mean wherever you go, you'll just get it done? Like, does that mean if you're on the mid-north coast of New South Wales, fishing a bommy, a kilometre offshore
Yeah, I
from
just
Port
understand
Macquarie,
snapper.
you
and
just
where they're
get
gonna
it.
Be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're fishing reef and rubble off Perth
Harvey
Metro,
Bay.
yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
you just get it.
Yeah, just get it.
Yeah, that's good. That's not bad. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I haven't put much thought into
Wouldn't mind it.
Snapper, a snapper like a bit of a low-key loved species, but no one wants to admit it publicly.
I think people want to admit it. I think the issue is, I think snapper, for where we live in Victoria, I think they've humbled more anglers than any other species in the last 10 years.
It's just weird because of where we are. They've been shoved down our throat as the. It's almost like they are the Melbourne fish, so much so that we almost now push them away as like, oh, it's like we're more than that. But then you go, but fuck, they're a cool species.
Here's a question. Now we've completely fucked off this idea of the bracket.
No,
listen, it's what we.
No,
because it was going nowhere. We probably need to workshop it.
which we won't.
We won't. But it was fun. Do you?
Nah, because sorry.
Controversial question.
Yeah, go.
Have we had shit snapper seasons?
Oh,
Or is there just no good anglers coming through? Because you remember when we were at the shop, you could have rattled off a dozen of the absolute snapper legends of Port Phillip and Western Port.
100%.
Have those people aged out? Or have they just learned to shut the fuck up since social media come along?
Because they were good at shutting the fuck up back then, even when social media wasn't a thing.
Yeah, but we all knew who they were.
Yeah, we did, but you also knew that they're the sort of guys that if they were hooked up to a fish and there was a boat coming past, they would just put that fucking thing in free spool.
Yeah.
And then they would boat the fish fast and just move, even if they were on a bite. So people go, he's not onto them.
Nah, but everyone knew who these anglers were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone knew.
Yeah.
Everyone knew. Like, if it was a tough day fishing and you get back to Carrum, you're like, how many did Rentlow get? Did he find them?
Yeah. And you know the answer to that.
He was a gauge, because if he got 3, fuck, it was a shit morning.
That's not a bad call. Yeah. But I reckon there's an argument for that. Even like I said before, snapper, and again, I'm probably speaking more of a Victorian snapper fishery. It's like, have we been almost overwhelmed with being the snapper place that we've almost turned our back on it a bit and gone chasing other stuff, and we haven't put the attention that there was back when you're like what you're talking about into it anymore.
Listen, there is a heap more distraction species-wise, 100%.
Which isn't a bad problem.
No, not a bad problem, but I think it's too easy for anglers to give up on it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, why would I go and try and find these snapper that have been a pain in the ass this season where I can go and catch kings out here, tuna over there, Malakuda's back, there's flathead and Mulloway everywhere.
This is the thing.
The bream of but...
Because even as recent as when we were in the shop, right? What was that? 15? How long ago was that? 10 or 12 or more? I don't know.
What are we now? Fuck, it's a long time.
Yeah. There weren't many other options.
Yeah, there was, but
What?
even those
come September, October, November.
even those snapper dudes, they wrestled with the should I go chase whiting now?
Yeah, but that was it. I feel like you.
But the bream fishing was mad still.
Yeah,
The marlin bite was mad on the south coast. There was a lot of travellers.
That's
and
true.
There's a lot of snapper guys that would go and do that. Probably not as early as when the snapper season started, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But why aren't there as many? We don't have snapper specialists anymore.
Is the Patterson River boat ramp still as chaotic as it ever was?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
See that's an indication.
When you would get what you get if you didn't get to Paddo
2 a.m.
before 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You're lining up for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
In the biggest boat ramp in Victoria.
So for people just tuning in who aren't sure what we're talking about, so there is a particular boat ramp on the eastern side of Port Phillip Bay, which was the gateway into some of the better snapper fishing in the bay.
Yep.
And it was a great facility. 3 ramps, 4 ramps, something like that.
4 ramps. Yep.
And plenty of parking, unless it was a beautiful day from September through to November.
Yep.
And you would see cars lined up out, not only just out from the ramp down the road for several blocks at 3, 4, 5 in the morning.
Yep.
Crazy. And I know there's lots of ramps around Australia that are sort of similar. That one is, I think, next level.
Iconic down here.
Yeah. And there would be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boats on the bay, which is great. And it was pretty epic to see on those calm days.
It was hype.
But it was hype and it was exciting. But I guess that's kind of where that question came from. I wonder whether that's the same as it was back then. Anyway,
Which I don't think so. But having said that, though, everyone's a bit more mobile now. They're willing to drive further to be put straight on to fish, if that makes sense.
well, the thing is too, if there is a bite, it's 14 metres off Carrum. Just making it up. With the boats available now, you can access that from literally anywhere. You could be on Werribee, launch at Werribee.
Launch at bloody correct.
Like,
you can launch
seriously.
at St Kilda. Well, that's been the big thing for the last few seasons. Even the
Yeah.
guys from Carrum are zipping across to St Kilda because there's been a good northern bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
And I'm not going to lie, I've got no idea how we got here right now. We were talking.
I was about to apologise. I was about to apologise to the community. Listen, it's probably the first time in 186 episodes. So listen,
but it's not.
Little bit of a shout out to us, Luke. But
Yeah.
this is probably the first time we've live workshopped an idea that was shit, and it. Fell
What?
short.
No. Hey. Let's not get down. I just think we went when there's one tangent too many, and but it was more. It was.
We zigged when we should have zagged. Listen, we were
I'm
we
not
were
sure
San Antonio at the finals.
Listen,
We choked.
I feel like it was. Choke's a really tough word. San Antonio
Choked.
probably should have won the finals. At the start of before game 1, you think San Antonio should win this.
We gave up a 29-point lead.
That's a choke.
Yeah, we did.
That's a bad loss.
I think we gave up a 29-point lead. And it was at half-time. The first half of the show was flowing beautifully.
Yeah.
And then I went home at half-time.
You did. You
Thought we'd mail this one in and just walk it to the finish line. And all of a sudden I've blown a 29-point lead and bloody OG's just come and just got the tip in for the win.
You iced the hammies at half-time and said, I'm done for the day.
Yeah, I'm done. I had a beer at half-time.
I'll get ready for next game.
I had a beer at half-time.
No, I think that was harsh. I think what we did was it took a turn that we weren't ready for. What I want to do real quickly though is just circle back a little bit because we probably didn't ask the community the questions we needed to ask, which effectively was, where do you stand with bream anglers? And let's not, because we're not, Adam, you and I both enjoy bream fishing.
Yeah.
We're far from 1%ers or hardcore when it comes to bream angling, but I'm fascinated by this weird sort of Nickleback like hatred in some parts,
It's a
some
perfect
pockets.
analogy for it.
Yeah, and yeah, I find it interesting. So I'd love to know whether do you really dislike them or are they easy to take the piss out of?
That's a good question.
Because same as, and I ask you this question, Adam, with fly fishos.
Yeah.
Do you really dislike them or do you just like taking the piss? Because we've also spoken about the fact that one of the reasons we take the piss is because we're shit at it.
Oh, hand up.
And
I
yeah.
genuinely love nothing more than taking the piss out of them.
We've got
There will become a day where I have a legitimate crack at fly fishing. There will.
There will. And this is what I was going to say. We've got a fair bit of stuff coming up over the next little bit, Adam. And I could see potentially you and I getting dragged out onto a river in our, I mean, what we've got waders. We wade spinning as well. But, we'd be decked out in the vest, perhaps.
Vests.
With
I'm
the fluff hanging out of the vest.
I've got a vest.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah,
I want
to
flies
look.
tucked into my cap.
I want flies hanging off my cap. Yep.
Yep.
I want all the shit that hangs off the vest, like everything. That's all retractable.
Forceps. Yes.
Everything's retractable.
Snippers.
Everything.
Clippers.
Yeah.
Forceps.
Yeah.
I want a big fuck off woolly bugger hanging from the peak of my cap.
Yes, you do. I want a net. I want a net that is sort of in my back. It's like a sword, like He-Man pulls a sword out. It's like a fucking
Nice.
but it's a net and one that I can kind of just flick and it opens up.
Yeah, okay. I want a full waterproof backpack.
Yeah. And I want to catch.
I might rock the backpack and bum bag combo.
You will, of course, you will. That's you. Yeah. And when I catch a fish, and when I'm posing for a photo, I want my reel half submerged in the water.
I want fingerless gloves.
Yes, absolutely. And
are we going waders or waders and wading boots?
Oh, boots.
Yeah, nice.
Boots.
Nice. We're not talking PVC waders.
No. We're going the most expensive
comfort.
Yeah.
Pocket
boots.
warmers.
Do the boots have little
felt? Where are we fishing? Well, if we're on slippery rocks, we might need felt. Hey, we might need to get the shoes. You can replace. You rip the sole off it. Yeah,
that's what we're getting. That's what we're getting.
Yeah.
And I want the sunnies with the strap.
Yes.
But the big sort of neoprene strap.
Yeah.
So the unnecessarily big strap.
If said glasses fall off, they'll float just because of the strap.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I think we've got what it takes.
Yeah.
Because we're not
doing... I want the sunnies that have got those little blockers on the side.
Yes, exactly.
The little leather blockers?
Yeah. What shirt are you wearing? Are you wearing a shirt under the vest, or is it like a flannelette, or is it like a sort of a vented type arrangement? Columbia?
I'm not sure. My heart says it needs to be flannelette.
Yeah.
But everything else is going to be teched out. Are we going to go new age fly fisher or old school?
Oh, fuck. What's the difference?
Flannelette. Beanie with the ear flaps.
Yeah, with the furry ear flaps. Rapali used to do one like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that'd be
wouldn't
more
mind
old school.
I wouldn't mind. Well, maybe we go, one of us, we toss a coin.
One
goes old school, one goes new school.
We're doing it.
Okay. Because I mean, whoever goes old school has just a durry hanging out the mouth most of the day.
Yes, correct.
You know what I mean? And a hip flask of bourbon.
Oh, yes. New school's just got a bottle of water, a Yeti with water.
And a vape.
Yeah.
Yeti's perfect.
Yeah, Yeti.
And
Yeti
several Yetis hanging off them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the big
one for each fluid. There's a different Yeti.
There's hydrolytes. Yeah. There's water, and then there's one. Then there's one where you suck the water out of the river and it filters.
Yes, the camel, and your backpack's got a fucking straw that comes over your shoulder.
Yeah.
That's new school.
Yeah, that's new school. Old school doesn't have water because we don't fuck around like that. We just drink whiskey and bourbon.
Mate, we're pulling fish out of the water.
Yeah, we'll eat that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, fuck that.
Don't mind that.
That's not bad. New school versus old school. We need it. Let's be honest. We'll need a guide. So, yeah. Fuck. Okay. Good. Wow. Didn't think we'd go there tonight.
Just Adam, another tangent that we've gone off of.
I mean, seriously, we've both been unwell recently, and I can't help but thinking at some point.
I think most penises.
Yeah, there's probably a bit of that, Brooksy. To be fair.
New school or old school?
Don't know. What do you mean? No, don't answer that. Let's just fucking do this before we go somewhere else.
The deep drop.
Top 6. That's a big statement right there. When we get back to camp, the old school anglers got VBs. Or no, Foster's cans.
Foster's, nice.
Yeah. What's the new school? What's the new age fly fish?
It'll be some sort of pale ale.
Yeah, it will too. Craft beer. It'll be craft beer. Some sort of craft beer. Yeah. Okay, good. Whew. All right, let's.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I know that'll be fun. Write that down while you've got your pen out. Top 6 time ads, and while you're still forgetting how to speak in that intro, we will fix that up one day, perhaps, or not. We just thought it'd be time. I mean, we had a few options of sort of current situations that we could riff on for top 6. Obviously, we were going to talk about the NBA. We've done that a little bit, or we've done it a couple of times throughout the journey. We thought, hey, let's do something we know nothing about. Soccer. Because why not? And it kind of fits the theme tonight. We know nothing about anything we've spoken about tonight. But specifically tonight, we thought we're not going to get technical about the game itself because we don't know anything about it.
We don't know anything about it.
No. So we thought we'd go top 6 World Cup jerseys.
Because we know what we like to look at.
We know what we like to look at. What I didn't realise was, Adam, there's home jerseys, there's away jerseys, there's a third jersey for a bunch of nations.
Why would you need a third one?
I don't know. I don't. This is what I mean. I don't understand soccer at all. Football? Is it soccer or football? I don't know.
Soccer to me.
Yeah, it's soccer to me. Anyway, so we did in a little bit of prep have a quick look and a quick catch up on some of the jerseys that we really enjoyed. Now, we're going to let you, the listener, the community, go ahead and check them out yourselves because there's, like we said, it's not just naming a country here. We're naming the nation and whether it's a home or away jersey. I think we just a couple of quick honourable mentions ads because I think ultimately there's quite a few that are, I don't know, what would you say, traditional looking. They're not crazy and too out there. But then there's a few that have funked it up.
Ones.
There's a few that have funked it up, and some of those have made the top 6. I just want to call out quickly the home strip of Ghana. When we talk about funking it up, I was kind of hoping this might make the 6. It didn't. So have a look at the home jersey from Ghana. It is what I would describe as basically a white sort of base with what looks like a spider web arrangement that has been painted and coloured in by kids.
Yeah. With rulers because they've done a good job
with rulers because they've had a crack. So I don't mind that at all. I like the Egypt home strip, Adam, which is effectively a red and a bit of a black sort of thing, but subtly sort of in the imagery with his pyramids and bits and pieces.
Pyramids.
Yeah, shout out to the pyramids. Why wouldn't you?
Like it.
What else do we have? Oh, we had. Hang on, I'm just going through here. We had Norway. Norway ads. This is their third strip, which I don't even know what that means. I guess it's just not their home or away jersey. Adam, you and I both enjoyed this because it's just white.
Full white.
It's full white. Like, I don't even think the numbers have got a colour. Yeah,
just a white Bonds shirt.
Yeah, and it's kind of like
that.
Yeah, it's appreciation of just not giving a fuck and just going, what are the designs? What are we going to do with the third shirt?
We need a third shirt?
Yeah.
Who told us that?
Yeah, and old mate who stands up's just in a white Bond shirt and they just point at him and go, that.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a couple of countries that went quite bold.
I'm glad you said countries.
Leaning into their like more traditional flag type setup. So I think it was Norway's home jersey, the USA's home jersey. Fit really heavily into the flag type arrangement.
Yeah.
Bold, not for the top 6.
No. Yeah, you're right. And even New Zealand sort of lent into the fern.
The All Blacks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been their home jersey that had the black sort of the main colourway was obviously black, but it had the fern sort of symbols throughout it, which was solid too.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to again workshopping live? Do you want to read? Do you want to do this ads? Do you want me to take care of this? I mean, you're struggling to speak at the moment.
Yeah, I'll hand it over to you in case I get to number 4 and just have a flat out coughing fit.
Yeah.
You go, and I'll just pop in with some special comments along the way.
Please do. Okay. So the top 6 World Cup jerseys. At number 6, Australia's home strip.
We're patriotic. What can we say? We're patriots, Luke.
The gold with the green trim and the coat of arms. Okay. Yeah. Does it lack creativity? Don't care. It's a great. You look at it and you go, bloody oath. You know,
Australia, baby, Australia.
Yeah. All right, I'm just scooting down because I've got a list and I just want to reference it as we go. Okay. Number 5, Belgium. Their away.
Didn't think we were going there.
Didn't you probably didn't? Their away jersey. Adam, would it be fair for me to explain and describe this as a pastel tie-dye type arrangement?
And you know what? You would be spot on.
And I love it. I'm here for it. And it's an Adidas branded, so it's got the black stripes on the shoulder, the 3 stripes, just to let you know that it's still a sporting brand. But hey, we're having fun with tie-dye.
Yeah, and listen, they lent into the pastels are in at the moment. Pastel colours are in. They've lent in, and I think they've done a hell of a job.
Yep. At number 4, Argentina, the away jersey.
They went a bit funky with the away
There's
jersey.
a bit of fun. There's a bit of fun in this one, isn't there?
Yeah, I like it. Bit of creativity, but smart.
So it's a dark sort of colourway. There's lots of swirls and stuff going on, and there's obviously the references to blues, which is that Argentinian sort of colour in a lot of the stuff they do. It's another fun one. I like it. I think I'm a fan. Number 3, Brazil, the home jersey. It's so iconic.
They haven't strayed too far from the path, but I feel as though they've just pizzazzed it a little bit. It's got a bit of shine. It's got a really bold colour. They've brought it into the modern age. Beautiful jersey.
It's another one that's very recognisable.
Yep.
And how many kids around the world, just regardless of where you're from, just have a Brazilian soccer shirt. You know what I mean?
Yep. Always.
It's a cracker. All right. We're getting into some good ones here. I mean, they're all good, but coming in at number 2, France, the away jersey.
There had to be. I'm a sucker for just a solid, simple, but effective white away jersey. And I think France nailed theirs.
Do you know what comes to mind when I look at the French away jersey? Class.
Yeah.
Polish.
Yeah.
We're here to fuck shit up.
And a very quick and late shout out in the honourable mentions. England, their white English home jersey fell into this to me, but I think France kind of got. But you're right. It's just, you know what? Have your pizzazz.
Yeah.
We're just going to come in and win.
And I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like the number and even some of the trimmings are almost gold. And it wouldn't surprise me if it was real gold.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. This brings us to what we've said is our favourite jersey in the World Cup, with all of our depth of knowledge of soccer, Adam. Number 1, it's Argentina again. It's the home strip ads. And this, for me, is one of the most iconic soccer jerseys from around the world.
Yep, I agree. And it was again a pretty unanimous number 1 for you and I. We've been pretty good at picking number 1s this year with top 6. But I don't know. You look at it and you just go, it's the colours of winners.
That's what it is. And I think there is probably a shout out to past World Cup winning Argentinian sides in this. This is the one that you see in photos, on ads and stuff where you think World Cup, you look at this. It's kind of like that Brazilian shirt, True. You look at it and you go,
same thing. Yep.
That is world soccer right there, world football, whatever they call it.
I agree.
And I'm a massive fan of the Argentinian colours that they use on all their gear. So I mean, I would love the community's feedback on what is the, what's the one that really get you excited when it comes to the World Cup jerseys. Just to recap, we've called out number 6, Australia. Just Australia. Yeah, Australia. Number 5, Belgium's away strip. Number 4, Argentina's away strip. Number 3, Brazil's home jersey. Number 2, the French away strip. And number 1, the Argentinians have done it again with their home jersey that just makes you go, yeah,
solid 6.
That's World Cup. That's World Cup. That's a good 6. Let us know what you think.
What did we miss? What should be number 1?
Yeah, does anyone want the US uniform in there? It was not a bad jersey, but it just didn't quite make the cut.
Bold.
It's probably the most different, most original of the whole tournament, in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a few funky jerseys too. We could probably do a top 6 funky World Cup threads for later on, because the World Cup goes for about 3.5 years, doesn't it?
I think so. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. We need to get some answers on some of the stuff we've spoken about tonight. Not sure what the questions are that we need answers for, but go back through and have a listen. Brim, what is going on? Why is there this weird vibe toward brim anglers? Not by everyone, but just by pockets in general. We sort of likened it to the perch mafia and the brim. So let us know your thoughts, and if you are a brim angler and you feel some heat from people,
let us know.
Talk to us. We're here for you. Let's talk about it, But let's, hopefully next week, ads, we're off the cold and flu drugs and we just make some sense of the deep drop. Cause
mate, I apologise for the second half of this show.
Hey, no.
I got really excited about nothing.
You were worked up. You were worked up. You need a break. Take the rest of the week off, mate.
Okay, right? I will.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon. Adam, have a good one, mate.
Peace.